Today I open up some Funko Pop finals from my favorite 80s cartoons.
Welcome to the Story Weaver, where the magic of childhood comes back to life. From mystery blind boxes to toy reviews of both new and nostalgic lines, and deep dives into the cartoons we grew up loving. Whether you're a collector or just here for the memories, it's time to unwrap some fun. Let's weave some magic.
Hey guys, this is Weaver. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time. Today we have got some Funko Pops. They were having a sale a couple months back, and I ordered a whole bunch of Funko Pops that kind of align with what I'm a fan of. So I'm going to open these up today and show you all what I got, and just see how cool they are. So here is the box. I haven't opened it yet, I haven't looked at it. So I'm going to go ahead and open this off camera and then show you the different pops as I pull them out. And honestly, I don't really remember what all I ordered. So it's going to be kind of a surprise for me. Okay, up first. These are how these two are packaged together. So open these up and see what we've got. I can figure out how to open it up. I've never ordered directly from Funko before, but this is a first for me. Aha! First up, we have got Glimmer from She-Ra. Celebrating the 40th anniversary of She-Ra. These are the different Funko Pops that you can get in this series. But if you don't know, I'm a huge She-Ra fan and He-Man. They're kind of what made me an animation fan back in the 80s. I started out watching Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers, and She-Ra and He-Man were the first real big fandom type shows that I watched and was a faithful watcher. It came on right after you got out of school, and it was fun thing to watch. Up next, we have got Synergy from Jim and the Holograms. Now, Synergy is not one that, or Jim and the Holograms, was actually not a cartoon that I got to watch in the 80s. It was, I never could find it on any of the channels. Like, growing up in the 80s, you only had 3, maybe 4 channels if you didn't have cable. And I did not have cable growing up, so I only had the 3 main channels and PBS. And even then, NBC, we had NBC, CBS, and ABC. NBC would not always come in because we used an antenna. So it was usually ABC, CBS, or PBS. And this never came on any of the channels that I had. So I did watch it later in life and absolutely loved it, and hate that I missed it when it originally came out. And of course, Synergy is one of my favorite characters. That's that 2-pack. We have got another one here. Let's see what's in this one. I will not be opening these. If I have Funko Pops, I usually keep them in their package. Okay. And here is the third in the trilogy of my favorite animated series from the 80s that I watched, the Thundercats. And this is a special two-pack, Wily Kit and Wily Cat. They were two of my favorite characters. So there they are. And it looks like others in the series, Mum-Ra and Panthera with the Thunder Tank. But I still remember the first time I saw this. It was actually on Christmas Eve. I don't remember the year, but it was Christmas Eve. And once I heard that theme music, I was hooked from the beginning. There's another box inside the box, so this is kind of another box. So bear with me while I open this one. Okay, up next we have got Kimber. And this is Kimber Benton. This was Jim's sister. And she played the guitar. So these are all the ones in that series. There's Aja, Jim, Kimber, Shayna, and Synergy. And I love that the box has a little bit of a retro vibe to it. And up next we have got Jim herself. She is with her pink hair. If you don't know the premise of Jim and the Holograms, Jim and Kimber's father died, and he was owner of a record company, and also had what's called Starlight House, where it was a home for orphans. So he left that to her, and she took over, and he left her some earrings that guided her to a huge computer that was able to make holograms. So she would disguise herself as Jim to be the lead singer of Jim and the Holograms. And Jim was basically a secret identity. Her real name was Jerrica Benton. So it was Kimber, Jerrica, and also members of the original band were Shayna, who played the drums. I think she played the guitar some too. Then later she became their fashion designer. So Shayna was one of Jim's adopted sisters. So there she is. And when I saw these, I knew I had to get all of the holograms, because here is Aja playing her guitar. She had blue hair. She was of Asian descent, but she was also an adoptive sister to Jim. So there she is. Okay, only two more to go. Up next, we have got the lady herself, the wonderful She-Ra. And she comes with Cal. Cal the Know-It-Owl. Yeah, he was actually more of a sidekick to Bo in the cartoon series. I know in the new Princesses of Power series on Netflix, they completely eliminated Cal as a character, which I hated because he was always one of my favorites. Personally, I think they should make a Bo Pop that had Cal with it, and She-Ra should have came with Lookie, but that's just me. There she is. She's wonderful. If you have never watched the original cartoon, I highly recommend it. And last, but definitely not least, we have got Shadow Weaver. She is one of the main villains on the She-Ra series. And that was the cool thing about She-Ra. I enjoyed She-Ra more than I did He-Man. I liked the writing better. And also, She-Ra was on a planet that was conquered by an evil force, and they were trying to win it back. In He-Man, it was an evil force trying to take over their planet. So it was kind of they were a rebellion on She-Ra's cartoon. And there were a lot of cool characters. And Hordak was a very cool villain. He was the leader. But he had lots of women villains. There was Shadow Weaver, Catra, Scorpia, and Octavia. So there were lots of powerful women in this show, which was very cool. He also had his male villains too. There's Montana and Growler. What is his name? I forgot his name. Montana and Leech and... what is his name? Well, he was kind of a furry bear dude, so... I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I'm having a senior moment. But there is Shadow Weaver. She was my favorite villain. Catra was second. Yes, there she is. The cool thing about Shadow Weaver, she actually started out as a good character and was corrupted by evil magic. Her original name was Light Spinner, and after she was corrupted by dark magic, she became Shadow Weaver. So I always thought that was very cool. So there they are. These are some additions to my pop collection. I don't have a whole lot of pops, but these I had to have because they were having an 80s, kind of an 80s cartoon retro pop sale, and I just had to have them because this is my jam. So there they are. Tell me who's your favorite out of these, and what was your favorite cartoon out of all these? Did you like Jim the most, or Thundercats, or She-Ra? Did you like He-Man? I'm not saying I didn't like He-Man. I love He-Man just as much as I do She-Ra, but She-Ra just beats out He-Man a little bit just because they kind of got their story writing was better, they knew what they were doing, and they had it down. And it was great. It had great storylines and great character writing. So tell me who's your favorite? I realized I forgot to show you the back of this. Here's the back of this one. There she is on the side. But this one also, it has Hordak in the series. I didn't get Hordak. I already have a Hordak pop, so I didn't. I have She-Ra too, but I really wanted the Cal figure. But I already have a Hordak, and I just kind of wanted Shadow Weaver and Glimmer and She-Ra and Cal. I forgot to talk about Glimmer. Glimmer was a princess, and her power was, she had light powers. So that was her, and she was kind of there from the beginning, and when She-Ra started out as a bad guy and became good and helped save Glimmer's mother, Queen Angela. And so her her powers were kind of light powers, and I think she has some, maybe she could do transportation, like transport herself places, but I'm not entirely for sure. It may have just been invisibility. It's been a while since I've watched, and I'm kind of fuzzy. But there they are, again.